In this video, I'm going to teach you about how to teach through obsessions and really passionate interests in a way that engages the kids' intrinsic motivation and dopamine receptors and natural curiosity. Stick around to the end, and I'm going to give you a bonus hack for how to ensure that you can then bring this further to a point where you can even do testing to find out if the kid is really learning. If you like this, press like and subscribe. Hi, this is Rupert Isaacson with newtrailslearning.com. I want to talk today about teaching through obsessions. This is about intrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation, which is how most education is set up, often fails and often ends up killing curiosity, particularly in children, because it makes you try to earn this outside thing like a gold star or a grade, which if you don't achieve it, leads you to despair. And in and of itself is not satisfying enough for our dopamine receptors. If one is talking through a language that someone is already interested in, and they feel that they are finding out more about the thing that they're interested in, the dopamine receptors really do come online much, much more, and the learning is way more effective. So let's talk about how I stumbled into this. Those of you who know my story know that I was having to homeschool my initially non-verbal autistic son, Rowan, and through that I evolved a system called movement method, because we realized movement was the key to learning, that we developed in parallel with neuroscientists, some from the University of California and other places, and is now all over the world. But let's talk about how I stumbled into this teaching through obsessions thing. Well, the first thing is that I went for mentorship to Dr. Temple Grandin. Those of you who aren't familiar with her work, look her up. And she recommended this to me because this had worked for her as an autistic kid when she was younger. She said, follow your child's obsessions. Okay, so a day came when we were trying to teach maths beyond the simple arithmetic and scratching our heads a little bit about how to do it. Now, Rowan at the time had a massive obsession with Muscovy ducks. That's right, quack, quack ducks. We were living on a farm. He had pet ducks. He loved them. He had this whole relationship with them. And it was to the point where he would walk around either carrying one the whole time, or we had a little cage which was portable where you could carry 2 or 3 at a time. We came up with the idea of duck academics. And his teacher at the time, we had a sort of homeschooling team, would put a large piece of paper hanging from a tree. So you had to walk a little bit through the woods to get there. You were outside in an environment like this where the nervous system is calm. And then we would do really big sums on this bit of paper, modeling them, not asking him to do them. And then the teacher would ask, what's the result? What's the sum? And one of us who was there with Rowan would speak on behalf of the ducks. And we would make sure we got it wrong. And the teacher had to get so angry that the top of her chest got red. This was Rowan's thing. And he would laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh and laugh, and eventually he would correct the duck. And we learned that this was really effective. We called it duck academics. Okay. Now, from the duck mathematics, we found that we could actually broaden this out, and we wanted to teach him about politics and how the country is run. So we had the Duckstitution and President Duck, and the crazy demands that the President Duck would make, and the Duck Congress and the Duck House of Senate, having to try and do these checks and balances to make sure that he didn't eat all the corn and eat all the frogs in the pond and left some for the other ducks, etc., etc. And we realized that we could go into belief systems this way, duck religions, we could go into duck philosophy, but equally we could expand duck mathematics. We did the whole thing through Muscovy ducks, why not? Now, if it had been cartoon characters, it would have been Marvel characters or whatever, we could have done it the same way. And so what we've evolved through movement method is a really good system called Drop It, Do It, Confirm It, which I want you to click on that link to look at how to do that, to bring these obsessions into play and make them really effective. And what you'll find is whether you're teaching in a homeschool environment or whether you're teaching in a classroom environment, even if it's one teacher and 30 kids, this way always seems to lead to success because it follows the intrinsic motivation and the dopamine receptors of the person you're trying to teach. Okay, so I promised you a hack at the beginning of this. Here's the hack. It's called drop it, do it, confirm it. The way you get this kind of intrinsic motivation thing really working is you actually divide it into 3 stages. Initially, for the first few days, you just drop the vocabulary of what it is you want to teach into the conversation and the activities that you're doing with that child, those children, or adult learners. Then, over a successive period of days, you set up exercises where you actually do it with your body. Just hold that thought if you're wondering what I mean by that. And then the third phase is where you set up treasure hunts in which there are clues that get solved that give the answers to the drop it, do it, confirm it process. And this eventually leads to standardized testing. It's kind of amazing. Now, to go really into detail about drop it, do it, confirm it, click on the link for our drop it, do it, confirm it video, because there's more than I can say in just this little piece here, but I need you to know that it exists. The drop it, do it, confirm it thing is the way to make this happen. The drop it, do it, confirm it link is in the description below. If you found this helpful, please hit like and subscribe. If you'd like to know more, click the link for our free ebook, which goes into movement method in more detail, or if you'd like to take one of our online certification courses, go to newtrailslearning.com. We'll see you there.